guest went through the unthinkable before finding hope through tragedy. Now she's taking what she learned about loss to inspire others to move forward in their own lives. This is her story.
For years, Michelle Hord was told she would not be able to have a child. But at age 39, she gave birth to a baby girl named Gabrielle, who became her little miracle, and Michelle became a mother. Gabrielle was raised with love. At 7 years old, she was full of energy and dreams with the brightest future ahead of her.
I love when I came in to see you.
In 2017, Michelle decided to end her marriage. The day after the divorce was final would be the darkest day of Michelle's life. Michelle's ex-husband, Gabrielle's own father, took their daughter's life. Neil White was found guilty of murder and given a maximum sentence of 25 years to life. Every day since Gabrielle got her wings, Michelle has vowed to let her baby girl's light shine through her and to find purpose through tragedy.
Please welcome an amazing woman who works with us here at The Talk, author of The Other Side of Yet Finding Light in the Midst of Darkness, our dear friend, Michelle Hord.
Ooh, child, you, sister, are a strong woman because it's been almost 5 years since Gabrielle's loss. You know there's a saying that a parent is not supposed to bury a child. And your story, I think, is every parent's greatest fear. So why was the time right for you to share your story, especially now?
Yes, you know, fortunately, most people won't have to deal with what I dealt with. But what COVID did was give us this universal before. There was this time where we couldn't have imagined living the way we had to live during the pandemic. And so it felt like a good time to talk about whether it's trauma, whether it's infertility, divorce. We all have those times in our lives when we realize there's a before that will never come back. And we have the opportunity then to pivot to a new after. And so that's what the book's about.
Oh, Lord.
Michelle, we both know how important it is to allow yourself time
Yes.
after tragedy and that grace period of time. What did that look like for you?
Well, I had a good friend early on that said you're going to have to learn radical, unapologetic self-care. And that goes beyond a massage, right? So really, how do you set boundaries for yourself, emotional boundaries? And for me, in my specific situation, you know, guilt can get to you. What could I have seen? What could I have done differently? All the whys. And I had to learn and make peace with the fact that sometimes I can't have an expectation of an explanation and to let that go and focus on my healing.
Ooh, I love that.
Michelle, I just want to say, anyone who has remotely dealt with grief or loss should read your book. It is, that's all I want to say. And we've all dealt with grief and loss, so everyone should read your book. Now, I want to read a quote from your book. I just found it. I found it to have so much impact on me. This is from your book. If we keep choosing to try, we will eventually find that we have built something from the ashes. So you say the simple act of just trying is...
Absolutely. You know, we believe in these stages of grief, and we live in a world where we have an agenda and we check off a box, and that's just not how it works, right? You can take 2 steps forward and then feel like you fall on your butt. And so to give yourself that grace that what surviving today may look different than what surviving tomorrow looks like, and that somehow, even if you're stumbling in the dark, just keep moving. You might be surprised, but those holes in your heart are letting light come through, and other people can see you moving and healing even if you can't.
I like that. Say that again. Holes in your heart.
That the holes in your heart can allow the light to come through that other people can see.
Yes,
And
you are giving us a word.
I'm the granddaughter of a Baptist preacher.
Give us the word. Yes.
You know, and one of the light that has come through in all of this is you continue to keep your daughter Gabrielle's spirit alive through your work. And in her memory, you have Gabrielle's wing. Tell everyone about Gabrielle's wing.
So the most important thing to me was that what happened to my child would not be her legacy. So we started Gabrielle's Wings as a way to help children in underserved communities around the world. So we're currently on 3 continents. We've had the opportunity to reach more than 10,000 children so far through things like outdoor playgrounds. We have a $250,000 playground for children of all abilities. We have classroom spaces. We've partnered with the Y on swim lessons. So how can we meet that gap for children who look like my baby and perhaps would not have those opportunities otherwise?
Michelle, it's so encouraging to see you start a new chapter in your life. I was fortunate enough to score an invite to your wedding to your new hot husband, Axel, who is here. The wedding was, what's up, Axel? There he is. That's what we call an 11, everybody, right there. It was so beautiful. It was just such a great experience. Just talk about this new chapter in your life.
Yes, well, for starters, you're a decent dance partner, so I'll just put that out there. But you know, I was not looking. And one of the first signs when we first started dating that I felt like, wow, I may be healing, was I carry one of Gabrielle's dolls with me. It's kind of my security blanket. And he had made a kind of funny joke about, like, if that doll starts moving, I'm getting out of here. And I was able to laugh, and I was like, oh my God, my heart is really trying to heal. Early on, asked about pictures of my daughter. He keeps a picture of Gabrielle on his nightstand. And so I feel like we almost have this spiritual blended family with Gabrielle and Axel and myself.
You know, and I want to say during the ceremony, Axel was holding the doll. It was really
yes, he carried her up the aisle.
It was beautiful.
Sent you the soulmate. Sent you who you made us. Well, darling, in recognition of all that you are doing, we wanted to help you keep Gabrielle's light shining bright, so we've made a donation to Gabrielle's Wings. Okay, well, you know you my girl.
Yes.
And you are.
This is family up here.
Absolutely. So we want to thank you for being here today, and thank you for being an example for others to follow. And we want everybody to get this book. Everybody go out, get this book. Book club, churches, everybody get this book. The Other Side of Yet, Finding Light in the Midst of Darkness. It's available now, and we'll be right back.